Hey guys, we have another comic bento to unbox. The theme for this one is actually, and I thought this is pretty lame, the theme was Fight the Fight, spotlighting some of our favorite fisticuff flinging fighters. And I feel like that describes pretty much 90% of all comic books. But whatever, anyway, let's get into it. So to start off, we have one of the Superman/Batman books. When I first saw this in the box, I thought, you know, oh great, it's finally happened. They've sent me a trade that I already have, because I do have a few of these, the Superman-Batman series, but I don't actually have this one, which was kind of a stroke of luck. Of the dozen or so that they produced, different volumes, this is one of the few that I don't have. So that was pretty cool, because not only was it fun to read, but it also made me go back and pull out my other ones and read those. So that was sort of a bonus. It's Jeff Loeb and Ed McGuinness. The art's great, the story's pretty fun, especially if you love Batman and Superman team-ups, and with the movie next year on everybody's mind, it's fairly appropriate. Next up we have a Highlander graphic novel. This is a volume 2, so you're not even starting at the beginning of this universe here. I dig Highlander. You know, I grew up watching the Highlander television show. I've seen the movies. This comic features both Connor and Duncan MacLeod, but I didn't find the story all that interesting, and the art was really hard to get into. It was very inconsistent, and the characters actually looked fairly creepy. Here we have Connor MacLeod turning into some sort of pig monster, I guess. Alright, so this next book, I literally facepalmed when I pulled this one out. This one is Executive Assistant Iris. Okay, now I'm going to read verbatim from the copy on the back. She's a secretary, bodyguard, and assassin, all rolled into one. Boy. I started reading this one ready to ridicule and hate it all the way through, but that actually didn't happen. The artwork is pretty good, and the story is, it's okay. It's not, I wouldn't say it's amazing, but actually was a lot better than I expected from that sort of description. The publisher is Aspen, and I'll be honest, I've never actually even heard of Aspen. I wouldn't say it's a comic you need to run out and buy and read, but you know, if you got it through Comic Bento, take a look at it. It's actually not too bad. We have an XO Man of War trade from Valiant. Now, I have actually, having received a few Valiant trades recently in these Comic Bento boxes, I've actually started to grow a little attached to XO Man of War. Valiant, I mean, you know, you have Marvel and DC, which they obviously dominate the superhero space. But Valiant actually has some pretty decent superheroes going for them. Some of the designs aren't all that great. I still think XO Man of War's helmet is just, I don't know, just looks kind of too retro, too goofy. But they are fun reads, and they are very fun alternatives to the more popular and classic Marvel and DC heroes that we see all the time. And finally, we have a hardcover Marvel Season 1 book. This is Season 1 Daredevil. The Season 1 series, I think Marvel put out as a way to sort of try and introduce new readers to some of the more established characters. So basically, what this does for Daredevil is it basically retreads the origin comics from the 60s with a couple little twists, but it's pretty much the same. He starts out with his red and yellow costume, and it tells us how Daredevil came to be. He runs into the Fantastic Four, etc. The only problem with this is that it wasn't that interesting. And I think Daredevil should be more popular than he is, and I think he's going to be getting more popular with the success of the Netflix series, which was amazing. But as far as this book goes, if you're looking to read a Daredevil origin story, I would immediately recommend Daredevil Yellow over this Season 1. I wasn't a huge fan of the art in this book. You know, once characters get to even a medium distance away from the camera, all of their faces disappear. They can become very blob-like. The line art's very simple. And like I said, the story, you know, while I've read it before, just was not as engaging as I thought it could have been. So I didn't mind reading it because it showed up in the box, but again, Daredevil Yellow, if you're looking for a place to start with Daredevil, not this one. However, if you do want to read Daredevil Season 1, it came with a little code for, you know, a digital copy through the Marvel app. So whoever nabs that first is welcome to it. And that's it. Thank you for watching, and we'll catch you next month.